Good morning! I already finished my morning pages for today. Let's grab the dog, go outside for a quick walk, and when I come back we will start off strong this week by doing my artist date. Let's go! Welcome to my second artist date. Let me tell you real quick what I'll be doing. I have these large sheets of paper and I'll be painting on them with acrylics, and maybe I'll also carve some stamps or stencils that I can use. The goal is to have fun and maybe also have some book cover papers that I can use for my bookbinding projects at the end of this artist date. And I want to try to not be a perfectionist about it. Let's see how it goes. This was fun, but also tiring. It took me longer than I thought. I'm very happy with the paper. I'll show you later. I'll take a break now and drink my coffee. After I finished making the paper, I felt quite drained and unhappy, which is not what the artist states are supposed to do. They are supposed to fill your creative well and give you things you can draw from with your future creative projects. It was a learning experience. The next artist state will definitely be something more relaxing and calm, and something where I don't have to be such an active participant. The paper, however, turned out beautiful. We have these seagulls. I think they are lovely, if maybe a bit large. And this is based off of an existing paper that I really liked. I ordered from this bookbinding shop in Germany. Usually if you buy from a real large bookbinding supplies store, they will give you things in large quantities only. A bookbinding linen will only come in a meter or 30-something feet. And this supplier that I found, they sell in small quantities. That's their special thing. And you can buy bookbinding linen starting at 30 centimeters or roughly 1 foot, which is amazing. And they also sold this kind of paper that I found quite beautiful, but it costs just as much as 1 foot of bookbinding linen. And I was like, I'd rather have one more shade of blue that only I can tell the difference from the other shade of blue I got in my cart than have this paper. And that's why I made this paper myself. And then, oh, this is my favorite. I think it's beautiful. I really like it. I carved the stamp and then I just printed it several times. And this one is the one with the ink pad, which worked so much better than this one, which I did with lino block printing ink. Also, it took so much paint to only print this small patch. That's why I stopped early, didn't cover the whole thing, and went ahead with the ink pad. I was still feeling drained creatively after my artist date. And what I do when I am too tired to actually create something is I spend time with my art supplies, which might sound ridiculous, but I either take care of them, as in I sharpen my pencils, I check the supplies for my Etsy shop, I look at my materials, and those things might not produce something creative in the moment, but they will give me ideas I can then act upon when I have the creative energy again to do so. What I'm doing right now is build a swatch board with swatches of the paper I have, the different colors of thread, the materials I can use for bookbinding. If you have any other tips for those creative downtimes, please let me know. So far, this is the only thing I am doing when I feel this certain way, and maybe it's something you want to try as well. Alrighty, what I talked about this morning is finally here. It's my bookbinding linen as well as other bookbinding supplies. This is some strong, good quality tape. And it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm so excited. Oh, and they used a little bit of washi tape to close it up. Adorable. We have beige, dark green, dark brown, gray brown. This they call light brown, but to me it's more orange. Eggplant, azure, medium blue, jeans blue, ultramarine, night blue, grayish blue, and sap green. They are beautiful. They are beautiful. So worth it, and the only one shop that offers it this way. And then we still have some other things. There are some end bands in green, yellow, gray, brown, and blue. These are originally for closing folders. You can also use them as decorative bands for covers. You can use them however you want, actually. It's getting really cold. I'm already wearing my thermal shirt and skiing socks and this sweater. Hopefully I won't get sick. If I don't post a video next week, it is because I got sick. I love these swatches I made. When I look at them, I can already see in my mind the combinations for books, which is wonderful and exactly what I wanted to achieve with these. They definitely give me inspiration, and I hope that next week I can act upon that inspiration. I will show you the last task I did, which was the alternative lives, and I'll do the check-in while I draw. The first question of the check-in is, did I do the morning pages? And yes, I did. They are quite easy for me, which is good. I'm sure there will be a time where I struggle more with it, but right now it's fine. Then the second question, did I do the artist date and how did it impact me? I already shared my thoughts. I don't have any new ones to add. It was too exhausting, and next week I will do something fun again. Collect impressions while not doing anything myself. Third question, were there any other issues? And let me check my morning pages if there was anything. I only think it's weird how little art I have made so far. The exercises are quite extensive. They take up a lot of time. Therefore, I just hope that the next week gives me more room to actually paint or bind a book or craft something. I did all the exercises except one, which is great. I think she says you should aim for doing half of the exercises. Other than that, I hope I can be more creative next week. I hope you will join me again. I had a solid week 2, I'd say. If you have any thoughts, feel free to share them down below. And I hope you have a great time until next week. Bye!